Hello, dear friends. I am coming to you live before my afternoon live for a couple of reasons. Because I am watching the news this morning and I am fucking pissed and absolutely annoyed with the things that are being said about why Democrats lost Virginia last night. So I decided to jump on very quickly this morning to give my 2 cents as to why Democrats are going to continue to lose because they clearly have no fucking plan or agenda. Hey friends, welcome. I am going live very quick this morning. I will be back live for my scheduled normal Woke Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. So do check me back at that time. But I could not contain my anger and frustration about the commentary that is coming out of the mouths of hot take political pundits right now with regard to why they think that Youngkin won in Virginia last night or this morning or whenever the fuck it was counted. So let me give you my rundown and then you can do with it what you will. Hello, everyone. Appreciate you joining. So here's the deal. Critical race theory is not the fucking reason why Terry McAuliffe lost in Virginia. It is the boogeyman of the conservative right, okay? Let's just set the record straight. Because much in the same way that fucking Democrats wanted to say that the reason why Hillary Clinton lost in 2016 was because of quote unquote identity politics, it is the same bullshit that they're trying to pull now and say that we lost Virginia and Virginia went red because of progressives. I wish that was the fucking case. I wish that progressives could point to all of the myriad of pieces of legislation that they got passed that all of a sudden, it seemed too fucking radical. But guess what? 11 months on the fucking job and Democrats have done absolute dick, okay? They've done not a goddamn thing. They haven't offered the American people climate change legislation, voting rights legislation, a fucking infrastructure bill, police reform, any of the things that Biden campaigned for. They didn't offer. And why is this? It's not because of their focus on critical race theory, because guess what? Critical race theory is not a real fucking thing that is taught in K through 12 elementary school. Remember when you were in elementary school, were you being taught any kinds of fucking theories? No, you weren't. And by the way, critical race theory, another name for it, is called American fucking history outside of the lens of white supremacist patriarchy. So let's just talk about that for a moment, okay? Every single time, Republicans will work to find their new racist dog whistle boogeyman. Right now, it is critical race theory. Last year, it was racists and it was looters and arsonists, right? And anarchists. It was Antifa was their big thing last year. That's who was, in fact, responsible for storming the castle on 1/6 in the insurrection. It wasn't Trumpers. It was Antifa posing as Trumpers that then decided to defecate in the halls of our fucking democracy. No, friends, that's actually not the case. So don't allow them and don't allow the pollsters to make you believe that education is the number one thing that Virginians were concerned about. No, it's not. Do you know what they're concerned about? Holding on to white supremacy. Do you know what the 56% of white women, non-college educated white women who decided to vote for Youngkin are concerned about? Holding on to their power. And where does their power lie? In their proximity to their white racist husbands. Okay? White women are going to always do what white women do, which is stay close to their white man. And what do white men do? Stay close to holding on to all of their power. And any idea, right, that is offering up any semblance of any type of equity, they will always vote fucking against. So here's a clue for Democrats. Maybe stop chasing after the woman that doesn't want to go to the fucking prom with you. White women are not trying to fuck with you, but they are only a myriad, a small little piece, a piece of the demography changing that is happening in this country, right? So maybe instead of chasing after the people that don't want to fuck with you, you should in fact give the people who show up for you every single year, year after year, the policies that they want instead of your, your bullshit of no significance holidays that you want to pull out. Nobody asked for Juneteenth to be a holiday. What they asked for was not to be murdered in the street by police. Nobody asked you to recognize certain significant dates. What we did ask for, however, was a voting rights bill that would ensure that we are able to maintain our fucking republic. You didn't deliver on that. That's why Virginia didn't deliver for fucking you. It has nothing to do with critical race theory. It has everything to do with the fact that Democrats, whenever you give them power, don't do a fucking thing with it. So you can go ahead and decide who your scapegoat is going to be. I'm sure they will blame black people in Virginia for not showing up, when in fact black people always fucking show up, right? Because we either have to dance with the devil that we're with or stand the flames of the fire, because those are the two choices that you have when you are black and live in America, right? So let us be clear right now with these hot take fucking politicos that want to tell Democrats what it is that they should be doing. The thing that you should be doing, and I'm talking to you specifically, Senator Chuck Schumer and fucking President Joe Biden, the person that I voted for, get your fucking caucus in line. Right? Maybe we should think about taking some power away from Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, the two people that are solely fucking responsible for the reason why we lost Virginia. We lost Virginia not because of, again, the boogeyman, the dog whistle racist, right? That Youngkin was able to pull out because he is Trump light. No, we didn't lose because of that. We lost because we had nothing to run on. You can't run on being anti-Trump and then not deliver anything to the people of this country. That's it. That's it. That's the hot fucking take. We lost because Senator Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema have decided to be the obstructionists that they are and thwart any real movement on Biden's agenda. That's why we are here. That's it. Folks, it is not fucking rocket science to figure this out. But all of these fucking polls and all of these people right now on the news wanting to talk about, well, you know, maybe we're going too far to the left. We haven't done shit. So you haven't gone too far anywhere. What you're doing right now is just spinning fucking around. That's what you're doing. Right? Because we're doing a dance with two fucking people who don't want to fuck with us. And then to the people who want to tell me that, oh my God, well, what if Joe Manchin or Kyrsten Sinema decide to become Republicans? Tell me exactly what the fuck would change. Because we haven't seen dick done. So let's, instead of thinking about what are all the possibilities of what could happen, let's deal with what is actually happening, which is inaction by Democrats after people came out in the midst of a global health pandemic to vote for you. Youngkin is exactly who the fuck I said this country was going to be waiting for. He is Trump light. Van Jones wanted to call him the Delta variant. Van Jones also wanted to fucking kiss Donald Trump's ass and say that he was, you know, acting presidential because he was reading from a teleprompter back in the day when he was still in the Oval Office. So I take the things that he says with a grain of fucking salt. But the reality is that this country is primed and ready for somebody that is more strategic, that is not as outwardly misogynistic, that is not as outwardly racist by referring to places as shithole countries, but still assumes the same ideologic thinking, right? Which is Trumpism, which is white supremacy. That is who Youngkin is. Youngkin is getting ready, folks, to ban books by a Nobel Literature Prize winning Toni Morrison, right? Let's understand that this book burning, this idea of pushing back against education is the way to begin to defund public education. Because what these red state governors are going to start doing is doing what DeSantis is doing in Florida. You don't follow my rules, you don't get your money. And so what is going to happen is that the people that can actually fucking afford to put their kids in private schools or shuffle them off to charter schools will drain the money out of our public education system and begin to do exactly what it is that Republicans have always wanted, to weaken our social safety nets and privatize this country, right? It is about two things, folks, two things and two things alone. It is about one, upholding white supremacy, and two, the fundamental greed that is associated with capitalism. That is what this is about. And anybody that is having a conversation about anything else is not fucking paying attention. But I know that you guys are. Here's the thing. If Democrats want to win in 2022, which I'm not convinced that they do want to win because they don't act like fucking winners, but if they do, stop fucking chasing after white women. Okay? Stop going after them as if they are the bellwether for this fucking country. They are not. They told you in 2016 that they weren't even going to vote for one of their own, right? Then they told you in 2020, once again, in higher numbers than in 2016 that they weren't going to fuck with you, that Donald Trump was their guy. And then once again, now in 2021, here they show up again. 56% of non-college educated white women are where? In the lap of Glenn Youngkin, right? Understand that that is where they will always be. This is not, if we want to win, Democrats need to stop chasing after the white voter, the white aggrieved, rage-filled fucking voter, and go after every fucking body else, okay? And deliver for them more than your symbolic acts and your fucking symbolic statements and your bullshit speeches that don't serve us. Okay? They are a nice to have. They are not a need to have. What the fuck we need right now are warriors that understand the fucking political landscape that we are in. Not people that want to give you little incremental change and then not actually give you and deliver for you in the way that they should. We lost Virginia because we lost the ability to get shit done. And in the absence of getting shit done, you are leaving a vacuum of room for authoritarianism and fascists to come in and tell you that, guess what, white folks, we will deliver for you. And what are they delivering? A turn back of the fucking clock. So Virginia is on its way to being Texas and Florida, and that could have been stopped by two fucking people, and if we had gotten rid of the filibuster, Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. So hang your fucking hats, right, on the two of them, not on progressives, not on black people, not on your usual fucking scapegoats. Folks, I will see you back here at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, and then I will talk more about what Democrats need to be doing and where we are with the Supreme Court. If you think, let me tell you something about where this country is headed. If you remember back in your history classes way back, you know, and conjure that memory, because we're gutting history as I'm speaking right now. But if you remember way back when, during the initial Red Scare, during McCarthyism, where they decided to stoke fear as a way to push back against communism, and they wanted to uproot those people who were against or who they perceived to be against our democracy, let you know also that one of those people was Martin Luther King Jr., that FBI director J. Edgar Hoover decided to surveil, right? And is part of the reason why he was assassinated. So let us understand that America has a long history of propaganda, fear-mongering, and bullshit. This is not new, what is happening, right? And so the fact that it is not new, we should understand how to defeat it, if in fact we have the will. And the fact that we don't is the bigger question. The questions that we need to be asking as American citizens right now are, why are Democrats so inept? Is it purposeful or is it strategic? That's the question that I will leave you with. As always, dear friends, power to the people and to all the people power. Get woke and stay woke as fuck. Make sure to check me out back here at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, where I'm going off on the Supreme Court. Folks, check out all the videos, share them, post them with your friends. I will see you back here soon. Have a wonderful Wednesday morning. Ciao.